right, regulators. Aaron Montgomery here. Another spicy episode of The Secret Sauce. And today I want to peel back the layers on the evolving notion of value and how it impacts your small business in the decorated apparel and personalized product space. So value, by definition, is the importance, the worth, the usefulness of something. That's the definition that you can pull out of the dictionary approximately. Now, if it sounds really straightforward, right? It's the importance, worth, or usefulness. Sounds straightforward, but it starts to get a little bit complex as we kind of intertwine it with our individual preferences, external circumstances, things like a global pandemic, for instance, right? You remember that thing a few years ago that was called COVID, or the global pandemic, right? So if you do remember that as a business owner and you're still around here today, you ultimately figured out how to communicate your value in a shifting market. Now, post 2020, customers' values changed. So as businesses, we had to realign to what those values were and ensure that we communicated those things correctly. So customers now more lean towards community, story, and meaning over mere costs and availability, right? So as business owners, to find new customers, you must understand the significance of your business's unique value proposition. You'll hear it called the UVP from time. So how can you define and communicate your UVP? Well, my first suggestion is ditch the user manual approach in your marketing, right? We instead want to communicate our unique value proposition, our UVP, through what I would consider a best-selling novel style of marketing. So let me explain those two. As humans, we choose books that tell a story and make us feel like we're right there with the character, right? That's the best-selling novel idea, the beer bait and barbecue, the sometimes Jennifer type idea of telling a story. And I don't know anyone, and maybe there's somebody out there, so don't throw stones at me here, but personally, I don't know anyone who just picks up a user's manual to read it at their leisure, right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm bored. I want to read, and here's a user's manual right here, right? But the way we market our business is that user's manual style of marketing, right? So we need to stop being the user's manual, talking about the tools that we use, how many colors we can print, and we instead need to start telling your story as the value that you bring to your customers. Remember, you're not just selling a product, you're potentially crafting memories. Maybe you're forging connections. Maybe you're bolstering the local economy. Maybe you're helping raise funds for causes that are important to people. So that's the first thing. Secondly, you have to get close to your ideal customers so you can actually understand what they truly value, right? Is it sustainability? Is it local craftsmanship? Is it a shared niche interest, right? That they value? Maybe something else completely, but the only way to find out is to get outside of your comfort zone and start engaging with them, start learning their language, start working to understand how you solve their problems, and ultimately show that you genuinely care. This is not a one and done task. Oh, I've got to engage with my customers. Checked off, I'm done. I can move on to the next thing, right? This is a continuous cycle to keep your finger on the pulse of what's important to your ideal customers. Adaptability is your ally. Now, here comes the secret sauce. I want you to start by penning down your business story. What makes you stand out? List out all the reasons your gut is telling you, and just trust your gut, right? Don't worry about it. Terry's tool of just making a list and writing 20 things, 50 things, whatever that is. Just start writing down all the reasons your gut is telling you as to why your customers buy from you, right? We can really easily pick what they buy from us, but the more important thing is, why do they buy from you? Then be more intentional about communicating with your customers to really kind of confirm and refine those reasons from that list that your gut is telling you. You can then use that insight to communicate a compelling narrative that's going to resonate with your ideal customer. My suggestion is to spend all of your marketing effort on telling the story of why your customers should buy from you, and leave off that what, right? The number of colors, the user's manual style of marketing. Let go of that. Don't get rid of that, and leave that opportunity for after, when you're creating the work order, because that ideal customer is already committed to doing business with you. That's when you can figure out the what, not in your marketing. So to close this out, remember, in a world full of specs and who's the cheapest, the price wars, be the story that your customer resonates with. So there we go. Until next time, this is Aaron Montgomery from our Success Group, inspiring you to love your business. You guys can reach out to me anytime at consultaaron.com with any questions, comments, and looking forward to the next time, if I can find the right button here.